Hello, ladies and gents. It's your mate. The Retro Diabetic. So, entirely new channel. Just me, time on my hands. Just playing some games that I find interesting. Maybe not the greatest games, some absolute stinkers. We'll just see what happens, and I'll just keep adding videos, and hopefully someone out there in internet land might watch a few. But the game I'm going to start with is Metal Slug 4 on the Neo Geo. I'm a big fan of it personally, but it seems to be like the bastard stepchild of Metal Slug games. Like, it seems to be because it's not 3 or 1, I suppose. 3 is the one with all the branching paths and all the crazy zombie stuff going on, and it goes nuts. Pump a few credits in here and get some sound on. And this one is the first one published on the Neo Geo after the takeover or buyout. Sorry, it wasn't hostile. No one was held at gunpoint, as far as I know. Of SNK by Playmore, and it's almost as if I have a sneaking suspicion that at some point someone went, "What have we got? We've got Metal Slug. We'll pump one out." I'm going to choose Big Trev. Trevor and Nadia are actually new characters in the lineup. I think it was, what are they called? Come on, man. Eri and Tama before. It's a perfectly serviceable Metal Slug game. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that 3 and 1 are held in such high regard. And I think also this is 2002, so your PlayStation 2, the original Xbox, GameCube is out, Dreamcast is already dead. And you know, at that point, who was looking for like a 2D pixel run and gunner? You know, the arcade was a thing of the past round where I lived, so not that we ever really had much of one. From what I remember, it was all downstairs in a smoky taxi office. There were a bunch of games in there, which was weird, odd. Remember they had Moonwalker, Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. Funnily enough, I actually used to own this game on a MVS cartridge, like for a consoleized MVS. I had the full set, like the artwork, everything. It was completely genuine. It was not a bootleg. It was weird. Like, amongst buying circles, there was tale of this guy in Korea who had like 1 billion copies of this game. I think I got mine for like 48 quid or something. Try buying it for that now. Jesus. For those of you that have noticed, yes, I have got retro achievements on. But yeah, I just thought, make a channel. I mean, I'm not trying to be like super professional and, you know, like up together with flashy graphics and stuff. As I learn, it may happen, but who knows? You know, I just enjoy video games, so I thought I'd just get going, you know? And the one thing I do have is time on my hands, so... I mean, look at this. I can't believe it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't... That's cheating. It just doesn't have that, like, special sauce that 1 and 3 have got. By the way, like, I'm not some kind of super games player by any means. So... like, if you're expecting, like, 1 credit playthroughs, like, forget it. I think after Metal Slug 3, like, A, the formula's kind of wearing a bit thin. And B, like, 3 is an amazing game, but I think it just peaked, you know? And I think 5 came out, and then 6 is on the Atomis wave, I think. Is it 6 or 5? I think it's 6. The one with the slide mechanic. Oh, come on. This one's got a lot going for it. It's a decent enough game, you know. It looks nice, it plays well, but it is a ton of reused assets. God, it sounds like I'm really down on it. Oh, man. We'll stick with Big Trev for now. This part is super frustrating. Just because of the Gatling gun more than anything. So yeah, I do play new stuff. I'm not strictly retro gamer. At the moment I'm digging through Armored Core 6 on a PS5. I'm enjoying that. It's good. I get properly lost in the customization options. Go on and on.
Mission 2, start.
Strongest truck in history. Her late Majesty up there. Obviously a big Neo Geo fan. Got it on very good authority that she was shit hot on Mark of the Wolves. Which incidentally, there's a sequel coming for that. It's been announced. City of the Wolves. Looks good. I like the look of it anyway. Oh, come on. I'm not happy with myself there, that's for sure. Like, so yeah, like the channel is likely to be like amateur hour, you know, until I find my feet. And even then, like, I don't know if I'll polish it up at all. I mean, I guess this one kind of goes back to the military vibe and of like the first two games. Like one is, I think, strictly kind of military. Three gets all kinds of crazy. Fuck it. Well, I think this one does go a bit bonkers, kind of on the back third. It's quite heavily inspired by like Terminator or... Oh, come on. I never really rage. I'm not a big rage sort of guy. Although Elden Ring pushed my buttons. Which is odd, because I adore all the Souls games, but that game really did wind me up. Especially the sort of back third, which kind of let the game... I shouldn't say it. People get funny. People are very sacred about that game, aren't they? So if you say anything bad about it, you just get slated. But having said that, the back third of that game is just a crazy boss rush that just... And also with Neo Geo games is that the console comes out in 1990 or 91, I think 1990 in Japan, and it's the equivalent of like 600 of your British pounds at the time, and every game is in the back of like a grey import magazine for like £300 and £280 and things like this. So you never knew anyone who had one. But strangely, you did know a lot of people whose uncle's brother's cousin had one. I suppose it was the equivalent of my uncle works for Nintendo. God, I'm having a nightmare. Oh, what did I do that for? Soon as I press the button. I mean, this part with like all these kind of plank bridges and stuff, it's a hell of a lot like the first game. And then of course something crazy like this happens and oh, this is a bastard. Oh, well it is if you play like that. Like I'm sure there are people out there that can like 1cc this and whatnot, but I'm just never going to be one of those people, so there's crazy people that are like play Ikaruga at like can do it without dying once, and I just think like how? That seems impossible. I know, I should have got this like machine gun. Oh, come on. I was on a good run then. We'll stick with Big Trev. Jesus. How many continues have I used on this? Remember back in the day, there used to be a fun fair that used to come sort of annually to the top of my town that I grew up in, and they would have like, I don't know, like a couple of flatbed kind of box trailers that were full of arcade games, and there's a ton of people sort of gathered around Street Fighter 2, and like obviously we were all completely in love with it. And then, but I remember one year going to the fair and I saw Samurai Showdown 2. And I don't think I really played much else that year while the sort of fair was in town. And that's how I kind of became aware of like how good some Neo Geo games were. Oh. See, this is a bit, it kind of reminds me in a way of like the style of the third game with its like zombies and oh. Oh, that's all but useless in this situation. I had a friend at college as well. He was one of the Sega Saturn faithful. And while the rest of us were playing like Tekken on PlayStation, Tekken 2 and 3, he was like obsessed with the King of Fighters games. So, I mean, obviously some exposure to SNK through that. I'm not ashamed to say that I'm actually old enough to remember Ikari Warriors, which is a SNK joint. Come on, Hermage, guide my hand. Wow, I'm fucked. No. Shouldn't they get kind of pretty creative with the vehicles and stuff? I'm not sure. I think this is the first one with the dual machine guns. Fuck me. Okay. God, this is mayhem. Oh, I can whack some more credits in. Oh, I'm embarrassing myself in front of her match. Sorry, her late match. Sorry, Mom. Oh, fuck me. Oh! See, that's underpants, man. I can't see what's going on there. Now, how anyone could one credit this is fucking beyond me. Whoa! Ah. If you do, while I'm playing in any of these videos, happen to hear a screaming child, please don't think the worst of me. Like, I'm not abducting kids, it's just the back of my house, a bunch of kids play. And there's one that just screams incessantly. Which is, you know, it's lovely to hear kids playing, but Jesus. Ah! Oh, you shaved me pubes. Jesus. I will freely admit that right now I am suffering from arcade hand. No. If I do more videos and people are interested, even if they're not, I might drag, you know, I've got a bunch of mates who are quite knowledgeable about all this kind of thing as well. So, like, I'll obviously drag a few in here and there, especially my older brother when it comes to sports games. Like, I am not allowed to win. Like, ah, here we go. The haunted house. So this might get a bit... Might suddenly take a bit of a... Oh, come on. Jesus Christ. I suppose there's been quite a few compilations of the Metal Slug games in their time. And you can find like a 3-game disc on the PS2 and stuff like that. I think like it's 3, it might be 2. That was pathetic. I remember playing like Metal Slug 2 in here we go, in an arcade, and just I just couldn't believe that, like, it's famous for its slowdown. Like, I just couldn't believe like how much it could chug. See, so this one gets a bit fantastical in the back half, which is odd because it kind of starts in a real kind of, let's go back to the like military style. If I remember rightly, 3 gets like crazy pretty quickly, like giant conger eels and things like that. Oh, I didn't see him. See, it's like all these clever touches, like because there's a zombie outbreak, the army enemies start turning up in hazmat suits and things like that. It's just like properly quality touches to these games. Oh, okay. I forgot about that. That's excellent. It's so good.
Heavy machine gun.
Like with a lot of kind of run and guns or shoot 'em ups and stuff like that I really enjoy on the arcade kind of scene. Like, please, if you're gonna comment, don't tell me like, oh, you don't understand the scoring system. Like, I either like a game or I don't. Like a lot of the cave games are like that. People go, you don't understand what you're doing. You need to collect every 15th diamond to unlock a... Oh, go away, please. See, look at this. This is bonkers. Great fun. Like, it's so well animated as well. It's one of those great things where, like, 2D pixel art games have undoubtedly held up better than early 3D. Like, some of the early PlayStation stuff is like virtually unplayable now. Like, some friends and I went back and played some GoldenEye back a lot on the N64, and it was horrific. It was a terrible experience. Am I even hurting this thing? It's okay. It's all right. My hand hurts. But Her late Majesty will show me the way. Oh, I kept that quiet. Oh, thank God for that. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I thought so. Come on. It can't take long for this to... Like, I've just had 20 minutes. Oh, his massive penis came out and done me in. I mean, it's good, you know. It's got so many decent touches. It's just... Oh, no. Ow! Okay. Jeez. Well, ladies and gents, I'm not going to rush on and complete the game. You know, you get the general idea of what it is. It's not suddenly going to become like a falling block puzzle game. Well, I mean, you know, I enjoy it. It's a decent game. I thought it was an interesting one to make a first video out of. So I think I'm going to call it a day there, to be honest. My hand is killing me. But, you know, like, put a like on it, subscribe, whatever. I'm just going to keep doing this and see where it takes me. And, you know, I just enjoy it. It's fun. So, that's me signing off. Like, you know, stay safe, take your insulin, be good to one another.